quite some time now after receiving that much of just a strategical beatdown as they did in game 1. So.
And the thing is, too, is like in mudgolems, Fada, he picks the same 2 supports this game. He just takes the eye on the Undying again, so it's a kind of similar style for them. They don't have 33, in my opinion, on this hero that can just go in and just do anything. You're not, you know, he had Phantasm up every single cooldown anyway. It's like a 50-second cooldown. Tidehunter is a little bit tougher to make work. I'm actually a little worried for 33 in this game. I'm not a big fan of Tidehunter right now in the meta. I feel like he's way too slow, way too easy to play around. Similar on the side of Secret though with Earthshaker. I feel like Earthshaker is kind of in a similar story, but he's not a core, so.
Yeah, I mean, definitely some strengths to Tide this game, right? The Ravage, for example. You know that, I mean, only one hero is going to be buying BKB, right? Only the PA. None of these other heroes are going to be buying BKB, unless the game gets sort of into maybe the same sort of crazy territory as it did for Secret in the last game. So Ravage is going to be very strong in that sense, and I think especially having heroes like the IO, you know, the chances they can just get on top of Nisha and Ravage him anytime he tries to get kisses going in the fight could lead to some pretty big potential in the mid-game team fights.
If he can get on him in the back, though, I feel like the Snap a lot of times is going to be in a position to not get caught.
Yeah, we got the IO right. He's taking him.
I guess with the relocate, they've done that. Yeah, they did do that a lot last game. Yeah, that's true. I guess you could.
Because they were very good at finding the backliners last game. You know, Milan with these moves. You know, so if they're able to do that similar sort of thing, I'm also very interested in how this mid lane goes down, because I feel like we've seen some mid snap fires be incredible in the mid lane, to the point where I think the Snapfire should do better, but Boromir has just been playing insane throughout the whole tournament. So very interested to see what he's able to do against Nisha again.
Yeah, I feel like this one's a kind of even matchup. I feel like Lina can win a little more in the harass war because you have more mana to work with, you have more damage and this crazy reach, but I feel like they both have similar kind of nuke styles of nuking the lanes out. I feel like Boromir will come out ahead though. I actually like Alina quite a bit in that matchup.
Anyway, so checking out these side lanes, I mean, what do you sort of expect from this? Any sort of struggles down bottom? 33 is going to be in. Constantly anchor smashing Matu. I mean, is this going to cause much of an issue for Matu's early farm?
No, I like this lane a lot for Secret. I feel like this is actually a tough lane for Mudgolems. 33, he'll get his farm, and they won't really be able to push him out, but Milan is always at risk of just dying in the lane. As soon as they hit like level 2 and level 3, they're always going to have mana too, because they're going to bring sticks. So the sticks are going to give them the mana from the Tidehunter, and they can just commit onto Milan. I want to see what 33 does in order to react and protect his IO down here. While up top, I think Kyle touched on it kind of perfectly, where it's the Earthshaker, but he's playing into Undying. So sure, Undying's playing into strength heroes, but you're not playing the lane as a natural lane. You're going to be breaking the mechanics of laning.
Yeah, we see both of them fighting with each other's cores behind the towers here. Trying to do their best to disrupt the farm whilst the lane's been pulled apart.
I'm really curious to see what Mudgolems is going to be able to bring this game though, because I'm worried about their downtime between their ults. Because like God Strength, Ravage, these type of abilities, they take time. Bottom, this is the jump we were talking about.
I was able to tether across and away from any further daggers. So Milan, he will live. Let's have him back up the 2 of them.
But yeah, I'm a little concerned like in the mid game when Ravage isn't up. You know, if Borning is not just leading the charge, I'm worried about how they're actually going to make stuff happen. Well, I feel like Secret, they're just very open to just doing stuff at all times with these 4. Timbersaw is going to have a good game here after the start versus these quad strength.
And looking at sort of other cool interactions, maybe if the game does go on get late, and I'm talking really late here, and I will ask you this. The anchor smash from 33, does that pierce evasion?
Yeah.
So late game, you could have some pretty big smashes against the PA, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's always going to be it's always going to be one nice element for sure, and you're always reducing the damage too is always going to be good. Milan, see the constant battle of stick down bottom here. And we're seeing mid, yeah, that Lina pulling decently ahead. Not massively, but a couple last hits.
And I guess you do look at this game too, and this is a game where Nisha's got some pretty brilliant heroes to throw in if he gets the odds right.
He's got some, I mean, actual dream. He's also playing versus also playing versus Undying, so you know the little shredder is going to be really nice versus the Tombstone, because last game we did see the Tombstone be a big problem as well for Team Secret. Even though they had a drow, this Mars plus Tombstone, it was every single time like Matu's just collapsed on him.
Oh yeah.
So This time, though, that tombstone definitely not going to be nearly as protected. And
No.
the front line really is going to be a lot more reliant on just 33 and the initiations as well. Because Borning, he's not playing his Mars, where I feel like he just crushed the last game so hard. Yep, so.
Yep, so. And he's going to get the back of Anisha. Able to just poke farther away. Does mean that, yeah, Bornier's going to get lucky on the RNG. Heads down bottom. He'll get the bottle refill. So, able to keep himself in with a slight lead against Nisha Snapfire right now.
They've done a really good job down bottom, actually, of protecting Milan. I was very, very worried for him that if he dies once, he's just going to chain die down here as the IO. But yeah, just bodyguarding him very nicely on 33 and just keeping that pull block the whole time. Puppy actually unable to deward. Something pretty rare we see here. You put a sentry on, it actually does not catch the opposing sentry. So no pullbacks for him. Yeah,
how does this bottom lane sort of change over the levels? Like now Milan's at this point where he's got the first few little items out. Is he just a lot harder to kill, or is the damage going to scale up from Puppy and Matu in this lane that will allow them to still have potential to burst him?
They can still go for the kills on Milan pretty much throughout all of the laning phase up here. It's top rotation from Nisha.
And he's in with the cookie, and they've got the burst. Big move here from Nisha, and perfectly timed too around the 5-minute rune spawn. Make sure that they do manage to secure the 2 up top. And slowing down Skeeter's game. Pretty much the best move Nisha could make there. Boronier trying to do his best with the space though, shoving in on the mid lane.
He's got to be careful though. With the Absolar missing, they could look to set up onto a kill here onto mid. He's kind of tanky though. And he has an invis, so he's actually fine. Maybe look to force the invis. They're actually going to rotate a third hero, the Lich. They're bringing 4 heroes.
Do they have any detection? Who brought the detection though?
They didn't.
No one was prepared. No one was prepared. I mean, it's very hard, of course, to prepare for an early game invis rune. And, yeah, too hard for Secret there in that sense, as Barney is able to get away. And all in all, I mean, that's pretty big, forcing quite heavy TP rotations towards the mid that don't achieve anything. And Barney not even able to return to the base. He can stay out. Bounty rune's been left for him. He's going to be able to pretty much get himself back up to full HP and full mana and remain out on the map.
And that downtime as well. You know, Milan, instead of TPing to react to try to help mid, he just backs up, stacks the Ancients and the hard camp, so they're already starting to prepare those stacks for that Sven.
He just wants to keep these moves going. He's just going to start laying down the kisses. 33 is going to be quick with the thinking there, straight for the TP out, but he won't make it. The damage is just enough. I mean, very sort of quick reactions there from 33, realizing that would be his only method of escape. Nearly makes it, but yeah, the damage from these kisses is just too much, even at this early point of the game.
Very early reactions coming up from Secret here. It's quick movements, and they're actually going to leave the lane. Something we've seen them do pretty often when they have YapzOr playing the Shaker. It's just going to be jungle here on the Snapfire and rotations, and that does pose some threat on the lanes too. Nisha not showing. You don't know if he's going to be ganking the side lanes either here. This is pretty nice. 4-team Secret, and now 33 has to walk his way all down bottom, so all this downtime does hurt him quite a bit. See triple Ancient stacks, Milan. Still making sure that he does do all that there for his Sven.
Well, that's
and they've
big.
had to ditch.
Yeah.
They've had to ditch the top lane, but yeah, Skeeter, he's got all these stacks to work with. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, with these amount of Ancients waiting for you, you don't mind having to not have the safety of that top lane.
Does give Zai full freedom though. He's going to be able to take over a lot up here.
That'll be
Probably
fine.
see him cut the wave and start pushing the tower pretty soon on this Timber Saw to force some moves.
And do you imagine will Zai just rush the full vessel here?
I don't see a reason to. I guess it's versus the IO, but it's too expensive.
IO, right? Okay.
It's just expensive. Maybe eventually, but not as a first. 33. The magic damage. It's enough.
I mean, definitely already starting to see that things aren't going to be easy for this side.
Fada actually cut the wave with the tombstone to stop Zai's pushing. He's going to die for it, but I mean, kind of interesting move. I mean, he's going to give up his life and a tomb, though.
That's quite a bit of money. That's. I mean, obviously he probably wasn't doing it expecting to die. He did try and make it away with the South running underneath the tower against TP position, but of course YapzOr able to read that, be prepared with stuns.
Yeah, you can understand the concept because he's like, Zai's left alone, so Zai's going to cut creep wave and just push this tower super hard, so I have to deal with that by doing something to deal with creep wave, but maybe ends up being more harm than help us. Now they're at a 2k deficit, and they're not actually playing much in the lane, so it looks like they're going to actually look for a rotation with a haste rune on the Lina. they could definitely punish Matu. That's the one thing that PA is very vulnerable to, is always like, that early magic damage, and Lina, one of the highest.
They don't quite have 6 yet on 33, so there won't be that easy Ravage setup. They've got to give him a wave, really.
But he's out of haste, so he's very fast.
Sure, if he's able to get in and land the stun.
Yeah. He's keeping out. He's seeing the movement. There's no one showing in lanes. Undying is showing mid. Sven, they're absolutely aware that he's jungling, and Lina just off the map. Yeah, Matu's feeling scared. He's just leaving that bottom lane.
Yeah, this is just going to be wasted time here for Boromir. Maybe they get some hits on the tower, but Puppey's hiding. Yapso's also around. Boromir trying to hunt.
But this gives time for his cheater. Like, he's like, okay, they're not making an aggressive move. I'm a Sven, and I have a quad ancient stack. He's actually able to hit them now, and he's going to clear it off. So his timing is going to be boosted quite heavily in comparison to the PA.
And bottom. Secret, they're going to set up a little bit. A bit of a poke onto 33, but Yapso not able to find the Fisher block. 33 is able to walk away.
Look how confident Bora is playing on the tower here with his haste rune not popped. He's just staying in the front. Now he's going to make a move. He sees Matu top.
Let's see if he can do it here. He's also got Fada coming over for that extra bit of burst, but they're not going to continue to chase. Matu actually out with the blur.
Man, blur is such an insane ability, honestly. Just for stuff like that, right? Like, most other carry heroes probably are going to get punished. And now he sees him, though. He has the ward, seeing that he's clearing the camp. Looked like he wanted to try to make a move, but couldn't. But yeah, blur, just getting you out of some very tough positions, potentially.
Now, these because of these stacks, these are going to obviously be some very fast starting timings on Skeeter. I mean, is he looking to get the Mask of Madness Echo Saber and then turn up to these fights, or are you just continuing to play the farm game?
I'm a little scared for him to turn up the fights ever versus Timbersaw early game. Okay. I feel like you can just die, and then your game is just over. And they have an overwhelming amount of magic damage. Snapfire, Timbersaw, I feel like they'll eat him alive. I feel like it can be a bit hard unless he sees a great opportunity for like a reload off a Ravage, but definitely feels hard for him to get engaged into the team. They're gonna look for a trade here. They don't want to fight where Zai is, so they're gonna look to pressure mid. But look at the reactions.
Yeah, Nisha, Zai, so they're all here for the defense. Suddenly this push becomes very hard for mudgolems. So back to the jungle they will return. Down
Zai self-cancelled.
33 leading in, and Skeeter's going to be brought across as Zai indeed holding himself behind, and he'll die for this one. Light strikes down, he's surrounded. They bring everybody in here, mudgolems, to get rid of Zai, and they'll be able to do exactly that.
Now in mid, Milan gets the tether away. Great moves again from mudgolems reacting. Just understanding how to make the moves around. When they saw Tyros TPing mid, they saw Zai cancel, they immediately make the move bottom. And in that situation, when Zai's alone, sure, then they can bring Skeeter in.
And was that just sort of Zai cancelling as soon as he realizes that a fight wasn't actually going to be started in the mid and just not wanting to be unnecessarily in the mid lane, I guess? Yeah,
yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Oh. Nisha kills the rune away from Bora, and Nisha 3/4 of the way toward the Ags. So we have Yapsor getting close to his Blink Dagger, but they might not even need his Blink Dagger when they do have that Ags. They might be able to take a fight even before that. As it's downtime, it's benefiting both sides.
Yeah, this fan's going to still hit some incredibly fast timings. Skeeter, 7.3k gold. But yeah, for Matu, he's happy as long as he's able to get this Battle Fury done. And he's going to eventually be farming as quick as this Fen, but without a doubt, these first few major items are going to be there for Skeeter first. And as you said, when the BKB's done, he's going to have BKB Echo, Mask, and Madness. Maybe at that point of the game, Matu's got the Battle Fury done and he's nearly got his second item, but there's definitely going to be a window where this BKB Sven could turn up, and Matu's not going to be at a stage where he's going to be hitting incredibly hard.
Mm-hmm. I'm still I'm feeling this growing concern though for mudgolems. Even though the Sven is free farming and everything, they have this Tide Hunter. Where last game 33, he's this CK who's scaling, who's getting real big. The Tide, I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's gonna
level
boom.
25.
I feel like it really needs to boom though. It feels like it needs to in the mid game. Like once Matu gets BKB, he's gonna go for his Deso, his Battle Fury, his BKB. If he even wants to go for the BKB this game, he might even just go Satanic. Might just go for full farm game. And then you're playing at a point with Tidehunter and Alina. So it's going to be your Sven versus the world. So I feel like they do need to maybe force a little bit here, but I don't know how they can.
I think you make a good point, actually, that I don't think the BKB is necessarily what Matu's going to need, right?
No, just play for the super late.
Satanic's definitely going to do him a whole lot more against the burst of the Lina, and other than that, what's he really worried about? The Ravage and the Storm stun from the Sven. That's all that's holding him down. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if indeed we do see Matu go for that sort of super big ultra carry build rather than
and I imagine they're just going to build items to throw onto the PA to protect him versus those things that we're concerned about. The Lotus Orbs, Lotus Orb, medallions, etc., or glimmers, just to protect him versus the Sven and versus even the Lina. Here we go. Okay, it's just a Mud Golem.
Damn, Mud Golem's getting Mud Golemed in the mid lane. Using their name against
they're actually going to kill him here, maybe.
Oh, the tether! It's enough. Milan will be able to save him. This is how you destroy the Mud Golems. You use the Mud Golems against them.
Fada, he walks up. Matu's actually looking to fight here. Has to get cookied away. Tombstone is down. 10 heroes mid.
Zai trying to take that Tombstone down. Not protecting him though. Zai's going to turn over towards 33. 33's in a whole lot of trouble. He's getting burst low. Zai will get stunned. Ravage will come out. 33's going to lift the tethers across. The Laguna's down. They're taking down Zai. Now throw out the Chain Frost onto 33. Does bounce back between the zombies. Puppy's gone.
Matu.
He's getting low. Yapsor will manage to get the jump out in time, but it works out there. They feel that they are able to burst 33 before anything comes out. But just having that opportunity to pop the Ravage. And Mud Golems, they can come out on top because of that. They just burst Zai a little too quickly there. That hard hit of the level 12 Laguna Blade coming in and taking Zai out.
Yeah, big move. I think that's exactly what they needed to do. Just try to form some pressures, force Secret to kind of react in a way. Secret didn't reveal, though. They have a blink on Yapsor in that last fight, as well as the Ags finished on Snapfire. So, a little hard for them to full commit, but I think that's the right move for them, is try to get some type of pressure, try to get this tier 1, and they do get it at least.
Now we see that again on the replay. Very close to taking down 33, but able to find that Ravage just at the last moment.
God, Matu almost dying because of Nisha tossing him in there with the gobble up. Little worrying. Very quiet. This is just, it feels like a totally different game than the last one. 5-3 at 16. Well, last game felt like it was 17-10 or something at this point. Teams were much more aggressive.
How's Matu doing on the Battle Fury progress? He's just about 800 gold away.
Okay. And we see Borning is doing the same build. Well, not the exact same build, but a very similar kind of build that he did the other day. Other day, it was a very good Linken's game, so he just went bots Linken straight up. This game, he's feeling that, just that farm vibe. So he's just going to be going for his Bloodstone build. Just that high burst and any type of survivability to protect himself versus Matu.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And do they have BKB yet on Skeeter? Not quite yet, but we're going to see Mud Golems are going to hit a pretty decent timing here soon with this BKB on Skeeter.
Sven's going to be incredibly strong. Just 100 or so gold away. A bit of a chase coming in from
he doesn't have it yet.
We're going to be able to shoot in the creep, and Skeeter, he's been controlled. Is there any help from him? There isn't. Damage from the kisses takes him out.
That's the scene that I was talking about. That's literally what I was envisioning when you asked me before. Will he show up to the fights without it? And yeah, versus Timber and Snapfire, you just die. Yeah, that's what happens when you show up without BKB, unless it's just a straight up kill that you're getting. These two, the thing is too, it's scary when you're playing versus the Secret lineup, because there's a lot of just non-committal spells that Secret has that can just kill you. Snapfire, that's why we see this gobble up plus Mortimer Kiss is so good. Even with Fissure too. They just have to throw all this out, and then a hero probably dies on side of Mud Golems without them actually committing anyone. Gobble up.
Trying to catch Milan there.
They're aware of that ward now, for sure. And Skeeter feels like I feel like for him, he can't play away from the IO at all. Milan and him have to be, especially after we just saw that bottom, they have to be hand-holding even more so. They have been pretty much the whole game, but can't really split up.
DD
and
in the bottle from the Timberman.
Okay.
Ready to look for some action.
BKB is finished on Skeeter now.
It's coming out right now.
Secret, they've got, they're smoking to the IO, so they, they're trying to take out that relocate combo. Scan is going to come out though. Good read from Mudgolems. They're going to go react to it. They're going to look to set up and fight around their IO and Sven, because Skeeter just got the BKB timing.
There we go, lead him. They're going to try and Skeeter.
That's the BKB.
Straight away past the BKB in the God Strength. He's over towards Nisha, running him down. They found the Snapfire. Nisha's going to fall. Now they're ready for chase for more. Matu is out with the TP. The Ravage comes too late. Oh, no. So close. I mean, he saw that it obviously stepping in. He sees him TPing out. He wants to pop it, but it's just too late. As the Ravage catches no one, and the Matu's away.
Is Secret aware of that Ravage being used?
Oh my goodness, am I aware of my ears being used? What?
Oh, did I just pop you? I'm so sorry. Wait, what? Are you saying it adjusted? My mic's doing the thing again. But yeah, I think they're aware of that Ravage going off immediately. They react and go into the pit with that DD.
Yeah, I mean, just unfortunate circumstances there for Mudgolems. The Ravage not in time, as they didn't know until the last moment. Matu gets away. And indeed, with this DD, they're taking this Roche. There'll be no interruption from Mudgolems.
And Puppy staying bottom, Frost shielding the tower, not to let them get any tower pressure too. Big move from Secret. After a really good read from Mudgolems, understanding the move from Secret and reading the play. End up losing that Roche.
Well, yep, so
now, they might go for 33. Matu's here with the DD.
Yeah, he's still got a bit of time left on it. He's in. Cookie actually off the mark. They're not quite reaching 33. Still, it might not matter though. So much damage coming out from this PA. The Kisses aren't going to quite be able to reach 33. Matu continuing to chase. Lotus will bounce the stun straight back to Skeeter. It lands him with the tether onto 33 though. Keeps him healed up. Will stop Secret diving any further. You can certainly tell that Secret starting to get hungry here. Using this Aegis to their advantage. Still though, 2k down. As the farm for both Boromir and Skeeter just sits there solidly at the top.
They're looking to smoke again, too. Get a Raptor. Yeah. They have Ravage. There's no Ravage up, but they're looking.
And it's into an Aegis. Can they get away with this? Well, 33's the bait, and the bait is going to be well and truly successful here. Matu does jump in, but he's able to jump back. Revealed himself from the smoke and not able to do something other than denying the tower. Skeeter's able to at least find that. But getting a kill, I mean, that did feel like that smoke wasn't really likely to end in anything more than a tower deny, really, considering the circumstances.
Mudgolems just trying to fight back before Matu hits any more timings. They know that this PA is going to start. It's starting to get that growth. Yeah, looking to fight without the Ravage, definitely a little weird. As 33, it's going to be back up now. Getting themselves the farmer on the map. Trying to finish the Ags. He's got the Dispel at least, but really, of course, still waiting for that 20 taunt before he gets that big kickoff. Bora, top.
Oh. It's in the mid. Zai. I'm going to bring Skeeter over. Chasing him down. Lotus is going to come to an end so they can get him with the stun. But they have the physical with the God Strength. Oh, it's close. Not quite. Zai still alive. The Fisher from Yabso buying time for Zai to live. He's able to turn with the chakra. He tries to get over the Timber Chain, but they do manage to take him out, as well as Puppy being found by Boromir there with the wraparound. So straight away, a couple of kills for Boromir and his Bloodstone. And showing that, yeah, but with the Sven, they do still have a pretty good means of bursting through the Timbersaw with such high physical hits from Skeeter.
Yeah, I was saying a little worried. I'm a little worried for the Tidehunter, but at the same time too, looking at the reversal from the Timbersaw, he is definitely starting to get to that weak point. Mid, Pato will get taken out.
Masu. Just 700 gold, and the Desolator will be done. Skeeter's certainly going to have to be a little more careful, but in saying that here, his Ags is also pretty much complete. Just the point booster to go, and Skeeter's going to be zooming around the team fights. They've got to be very smart with the Lotus Orb plays. He's got to be prepared to try and trip that Sven up.
It's going to be a very buffed up Sven too, with 33's item choice. He's going for the Solar Crest on that Tidehunter too. Well, on the side of Secret, they don't have... I didn't see anybody building the Medallion or Solar Crest, so this Sven, he is going to have this amped upness versus the PA of Matu, which he's not going to have. Deso is coming out. They still have a minute and 30 seconds, a minute and 20 seconds on this Aegis. This is where Secret could punch pretty hard. If they ever can get onto Bora, if they ever get onto Bora here, he's just dead instantly inside of the fight. So his positioning is going to be so crucial for the fights. And they see him right now.
He's on the front.
They see him.
He's on the front. He's trying to run, but they're in on him. He's going to pop the Bloodstone heal. The crits are coming in. Milan's able to get him with the 10. The Barney is still alive. He's able to actually turn, get the Laguna off. They take out Matu's Aegis straight away. And now they're ready to set up for a second round. He's going to be left behind. The Ravage comes out. They get the kill. I mean, Boromir, I mean, the Bloodstone heal, the defensive maneuver that you might not necessarily expected to save him in such situations where there's a very scary PA on top of him, but it's enough. Boromir lives to see another day, picks up more Bloodstone charges.
Oh, the glyph. Oh, the bottom creep with 20 HP, the glyph trying to go for Nisha. But yeah, we're seeing, I mean, like we mentioned, you know, Boromir has a very interesting approach for his items.
They're trying to find
Nisha. Does have an invis, though.
He was in range of that sentry, so they know which way he's going, and another one down. I mean, my goodness. The sentries and the dust, they are so prepared in mudgolems. There is no escaping them. I mean, the chase there, I mean, it was that Fada laying down both of those? Yep. It was, and yeah, the follow-up dust, I believe, from 33, but just, they don't let anything slip away, which is exactly what you got to do when you're playing against a secret. No,
I mean, again, mudgolems in this game continuing to impress, as always, just looking so good and with some interesting picks and item choices. Boromir now he has a BKB, so he's protected a lot more versus that high magic damage, and we've seen him. He's already able to kind of reset from Matu for now with his move speed.
This guy's insane. You know,
this guy is good.
He is very, very good. Going bots Bloodstone as well, I feel like that's something that a lot of mid players, they probably would not feel confident doing that against Team Secret. You know what I mean?
No.
You go for these sort of greedy items, you got to be prepared to back it up with the play.
Skeeter,
and Boromir is.
There's no relocate for 5 seconds.
And he's going to put the BKB, turn over towards Puppey. Tether comes in, and so does the heal. Skeeter's going to be fine. Able to get him out to the side. Skeeter's going to be okay. Maybe thinking about going back in, but no, they want to leave it for now with Skeeter having popped his BKB. They'll wait until a better time to actually take another fight against Secret.
These heals always something we're going to have to be watching in the fights. This mech, this tether, this soul rip, just like last game, we're really seeing it really kicking in, just keeping these heroes alive that you probably would think that would go down in a lot of these situations. And look at the item choice again. He's going to be going for Shiva's next on the Lina. I love this item choices. Even though a lot of games I feel like people will get flamed because you just go Bloodstone and you're just very passive, but he's found his style.
And Skeeter's going to be making quick work on this Silver Edge too.
Yep. Oh, I like that. Okay, that's a really nice choice because you don't want to go. You don't want to really build the MKB. It feels weird. But this will be super nice because you already have that Echo Saber.
Absolutely, yeah. Especially against both the PA and even the Timber to an extent, yeah.
Mostly will be the PA because we've seen Zai's already kind of been dealt with, but gobble up.
They got the lead in, and they got the burst. This is the sort of combo and setup the Secret can still burst some of the squishier heroes with.
If they can find them split up, that's also the important thing. Like, what time was this gobble? What time was it finished? The Ags on Nisha was finished like 15 minutes, and they haven't really found too many pickoffs. Mudgolems has done a great job of just keeping themselves hidden off the map.
Yeah, and I guess to a point, right? If you are Nisha on the Snapfire, if they're not finding kills, it is this sort of a lineup where you're just not going to be able to keep up with the PA, and the PA is going to be your only real source of sort of scaling farming hero as it goes on against this Sven and Lina.
I guess in a way, you itemize for it on the Snapfires as we've seen. You know, that MKB plus you get your 2 talents kicking off, so you actually do damage. But it definitely feels like it'll be hard for Nisha if he's not getting the ball rolling with these kills. He's definitely fragile versus the Sven. BKB and just the gap closing of the Ag stun.
Oh, there's another DD spawns right underneath Matu's nose.
Right next to Mod. And he just finished up a Basher and level 18. So they could definitely look to fight pretty soon. But it does feel like a lot of these fights are going to come down to a lot of the initiation. Depending on where 33's positioning, a lot on Yapstar too, who I feel like Yapstar's been very quiet this series, where usually he's pretty explosive with his certain 4 positions. Mudgolem's just playing perfectly around it. getting themselves beautiful trades here, up to a 5K gold lead and an 11,000 experience lead too.
Yeah, that's a lot of XP.
It is. Looking at these two supports, just level 14, Fairy Fire on Milan, so much healing.
Yeah, that's a pretty crazy amount of XP as well when you consider that the kills are even.
Yeah. And what I feel like, you know, the IO and the Undying, they feel like they bring so much to the table at all stages because they enable their core so much. Lich feels like it starts to really fall off. Earthshaker always still has his power if he can get the jumps. Lich just has to pretty much hope that you get the Frost Shield after the Sen Stun to protect Matu, because then the damage reduction is insane. But it has to be after the stun comes out every time. Yes, Puppy?
Skeeter. Just gonna find a courier. Mass TP's coming in. They're gonna look to try and start something onto Skeeter here. A little bit of a poke, but he's got the heals and the backup. Yeah, Secret don't want to try and commit any further onto him.
Tombstone on the high ground.
Yeah, knocking at the tier 3 here a little bit. As soon as that tombstone's taken away, they do actually back off. That's Roshan. Roshan's going to be up in 15. And with Ravage up, Golems could try for obviously still the Shaker and the Snap Fire combo they have to worry about around the pit.
They just always keep parked. There's 33 parked in front. No way that he can die before he gets his spells off with his item build. Solar Crush, Plate Mail, Glimmer Vlads. He's got more than enough armor to tank up. He always will get Ravage off. It's just, is he going to hit the targets? Matu, he looks like he is going to go for the BKB this game. He's feeling like they're feeling forced so that he can actually look to get into fights, because I think he's a little worried because he is a 17 health, 1700 HP hero versus Alina.
Yeah, exactly. I imagine that's the thing. Even though there's not an incredible amount of stuns, it is the case that one Ravage and a combo from Lina and he's going to die.
Yeah.
So he has
he just can't fight. Yeah. Mudgolems just doing all the right moves here, getting these good timings. He's actually switched from the Silver Edge. He's actually going for MKB. Similar thing. I mean, he's trying to deal with the evasion anyway. He's got his level 20 talent online, though. And it feels like they're getting a lot more out of the map.
I mean, they are. As you said, with the XP and the gold lead, it's just very impressive to see here from Mudgolems. They are outplaying Secret on the map. Secret are absolutely not getting done what they would hope to with their lineup. They're falling behind.
They're not even. I don't believe I seen an Echo Slam this game, right?
No.
Yapster's not able to find the opportunities.
No,
Mudgolems just dancing around, and now they got another item timing. MKB's finished up on Skeeter. They got a Glimmer Cape on Milan, and I believe Boran has got his Shiva's finished. So now they have a huge timing around this Aegis. They can force them back to base, yeah. Go high ground. Over destruction as well, so they can slow beat down tower.
I mean, how's Secret going to stop this? This is going to be a tough hold for Secret. I mean,
without
the tier 3's gone.
PA, I don't feel Matu can fight, actually.
Yeah, you're right. He steps in, he gets caught out by one stun, and he will die on the front lines. Now, as they're just taking the racks, Secret don't seem to have anything against this. The range racks are gone. Skeeter's taken the melee, and Secret, they made the executive decision to do nothing. They feel that they can't fight. I mean, they're probably right, but it does mean that that's going to happen. They just have to sit back and let their racks fall. As Mudgolems, I mean, they're going to keep it up. They're going to move to another lane and look to do the same again.
He still doesn't have BKB. He's still 500 off before they can even think to fight. Nisha's got his finished. He's got his 20 talent, but... Mudgolems not giving them the room to play.
This is crazy. And it is such a low-kill game. And I think that makes this sort of position that Mudgolems are in more impressive. You know, this isn't done from sort of just sporadic fighting and, you know, mistakes being made. This is straight up Mudgolems just playing the game in a way that Secret doesn't really know what to do.
No, it's very similar to last game. We mentioned how I liked Secret's draft quite a lot, and Mudgolems just ran them over. They just always knew how to play on the map. It's exactly the same this game. Not getting picked off at all.
I can't remember the last time we ever saw Secret be in this sort of position. You know, sort of just seem like this. They just seem kind of helpless right now.
They seem like it's weird to see Secret avoiding the fight, right? So they can't set up Echo Slams because of the positioning of Mudgolems. No Echo Slams, not able to set up your Gobble Ups in good position either. And now on to the next Rex. They're all set up.
Yeah. I mean, nothing was there to stop them before.
They actually find Fada split off, but he actually does half of Matu's health with the Blade Mail. But they'll have to back away.
Slow down a push, so...
Yep.
Mudgolems will wait until they've got him back up. Oh.
He's just going to buy back. He's like, all right, Puppy used Chain Frost.
Yeah, I guess that was the one thing, yeah. He just saw Chain Frost used to farm a wave, and I mean, it's not necessarily the scariest of cooldowns, but it is something. So Fada, yeah, deciding to push him with down, obviously still make something happen with the remainder of this Aegis. Borony is going to get jumped by a big crit.
He's very far up.
He's able to pop the Bloodstone heal, keeps him alive. But yeah, big call from Fada just to keep the pressure on, get things going whilst there's no Chain Frost and we have the Aegis. He gets the BKB off. Zai's going to go down. Matu, he jumps over to Milan. Milan still alive. He's going to live. He pops the mate. Matu, even with the commitment of his BKB, couldn't take him off. Turns over towards Skeeter. The tether's there, but there's damage comes through from Matu. He's taken Skeeter out. Turns over towards 33 to Ravage. It's down to the two of them, but the Fisher has put Fada and Borony onto the side. Borony puts the BKB, but Matu's in with the bash. As Matu takes down Borony. And they do it a second time they can. They've got the cookie in onto him. Borony falls. And they're going to have to back up there. So maybe even losing Milan. As Fada is dead. Milan, he's on the side of this. He's out with the re-relocate back to base. But maybe jumping the gun a little bit there. Then Mudgolem as Fada aggressively buys back. Makes the order to push for high ground. And Secret Hold. That's... 4 of them dead.
That's a massive hold. Look at Nisha's gold now. He just had finished an item, just finished level 20, and he's almost got his next one up too. Skeeter playing a little too over-aggressive with his BKB. The second that BKB goes down, he doesn't have an AC. He only has the Solar Crest from the Tidehunter to really buff up his armor so much. They full commit onto him. The minus armor is just too much for him to deal with. He died in a matter of seconds.
Out of what we've seen from them so far this series, Mudgolems, a relatively rare slip-up there with that aggressive call to keep the push going. And sort of the big brain buyback from Fada doesn't end up being that big brain at all.
Yep. And now it's...
he would have done, if he didn't buy back there, they would not have been pushing. So...
Yeah. And now it's a situation where you just use Ravage. You have this long time where you're respawning. Secret's all alive. They can look to take this tier 2 out. They're going to have BKB available when they're hitting the high ground too. Now it's going to be Mudgolems on their side. They're going to have to react versus Secret, who have everything. This is not Echo Slam committed still. Like, they still have Yapsor with this. He did not use it in the last fight. So now the other way, Mudgolems have to hold their high ground.
Yeah.
In a bit of a concerning position.
It's definitely going to be the test for Mudgolems. Now, we've heard, teams captains say, you make one mistake against Secret, and then that's it. And, that push, that was absolutely a mistake here from Mudgolems. Let's see if they can actually hold their position, because it's this is the point where, in the games where we have seen Secret fall behind, the things do start to take a big turn for the worse for their opponents. They've got to find some way of getting on top of Matu before he gets this BKB off. The crits are just coming in too hard now. They have to stop the PA at the start.
They don't have a great way to actually just disable him at first. It's all very telltale, the stuns are they're coming out. You know that they're going to be coming. And we see Secret, 2 or 3 couriers fly to the Secret shop, everyone picking up their items. Full Lotus Orb now on Yapsor too, so more preventative measures versus that Sven. They should be able to get a Rax, it feels like, off of this.
Yeah, this main Rax theirs. Mudgolems aren't buying back for this one. They'll have to let it go. Still tier 2s up on the side lane, so there won't be anything more.
But a lot of gold.
Big swing, yeah. That move from Mudgolems costing them heavily.
And they're actually going to look to re-engage.
Oh,
they're actually just in.
He's going to look to jump Milan. He's going to be able to put the ghost set to Skeeter, post the BKB, tries to commit over towards Matu. They do manage to jump him over the Fisher and back to safety. As Matu and the rest of Secret will back off. It's definitely a bit of an aggressive attempt there from Nisha. He was like, yeah, we could fight them. But of course, not able to burst Milan with that Ghost Scepter. Nothing to take that off him from the PA, at least on the front.
It's the right move to make, though. They still had, what, like 12 seconds till Bora and Inge was
let's give it a
respawning, so
shot.
they just give a shot to get anything. Because if you get like 1 or 2 consecutive kills there, you might just like win the game off of some chain mistakes off mudgolems. And full items now finished up. We said Matu had just finished BKB when that bottom fight kicked off. Full Abyssal Blade now done. So much easier for him to stick on these targets. And, you know, jumping on the Lina, Borninga, he's done a great job of his positioning. This is one item that can just break your positioning. You get double bashed after an Abyssal, you're just dead, even if you have all this armor and tankiness. 33 now having a Blink Dagger, so he can force initiation for himself too, for the team. And now Nisha actually does damage besides just his spells.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Let's see what the next move is going to be from Secret. MKB's being picked up across the board.
Next big thing is going to be the Roche that's going to be on the table in about a minute. So both teams looking to play around the bottom rune first, so about 20 seconds till that one. These power runes can be the dictator of these fights too. Just keeping themselves on the high ground.
Dire are scanning.
Smoke up from mudgolems.
Oh, look at something Matu actually has this game. He actually has the flicker on the PA. So he's playing versus Sven. He's just trying to get any type of disjoints, I guess.
Invisibility.
Yeah, that's pretty nice, actually.
How can you stick on him if he's just bouncing around with Phantom Strike and Flicker? Definitely look to be a bit of a
Oh, but the leveler's
tough
there.
task.
And then he's like,
I think it's a leveler.
screw the
he's
Q
just kidding.
plays.
Bye-bye.
I'm
Q
taking
plays no more.
Taking the attack speed.
Yep, now I can just kill a target instantly when I jump them.
Yeah.
So who's going to take the Flicker? Still a pretty value item for their team if they do want it on anyone.
Well, they've got some very nice other items out. Yapsaw with this Timeless Relic.
Oh, yeah,
He
they
does
found
get
one.
in. You know, if he gets in and he's able to get his full combo off, that is obviously just an insane amount of stun.
The control alone is going to be problematic. Is Skeeter, it's a 7-second BKB or 6-second BKB now, and there's Abyssal that he already has to deal with bashes too. Does feel like this BKB is going to be, Skeeter's going to have to make a lot happen during his BKB, as there's so many different counters for him now. These Lotus Orbs and everything, Lotus Blink on everybody. It feels like.
10 seconds till Roshan.
It's just really feeling like it's going to be so much of just initiation. Who's going to get the better jump in the fight? Who's going to pop a target? Because both sides, like we said, they both have these fragile mid laners that can just die instantly. It's just all going to be about how they react to it. Can they get blinks off? Can they disengage?
And I imagine for mudgolems, is the target just all in on the PA and then we win the fight? Or, you just everything on Matu?
Yeah, everything on Matu. Matu's all the damage. Similar on the side for Secret, just everything onto the Sven. Or the Lina, it's whichever one's out of position. Because the Sven can't solo carry the fights with such a low BKB if all of Secret is up.
Radiant's courier.
Oh my god. Roshan up.
Roche up, Arcane Rune right outside the pit.
Oh, that's nice.
Skeeter, that'll be really nice for Skeeter.
Yeah. What's the cooldown go to then?
77, so more than almost a half uptime.
Yeah,
50%.
4.9 seconds on the stun.
Oh, you're looking at the stun.
I'm looking at
the
He's going to
more important thing, I guess.
I didn't even get a chance to look at the Roshan. It just disappeared.
His bottom tower is under
That was
attack.
very quick.
Level 25's coming out. Borning here now has the attack range, so can stay further back, and he is going to be dealing good damage. I believe he also was the one who got the Egg's Blessing. So pure damage through that BKB. That high burst definitely could be.
Yeah, that's gonna be a crazy amount of damage, especially right because that will also get amped up by the Flesh Golem, right?
Yes.
So a 35% buff to the pure
If he's
damage.
hitting, we have to remember that the reason that it was
he's
so
normally
good
in on the
last
front
game.
lines fight. He's normally in.
It's tough. You have to punch them.
Yeah,
That's
I
the thing.
know.
You have to physically hit them. It can be pretty hard in this game. That's why last game was like the CK. It made it so broken because it's always hitting. Fada hitting people is tough, but yeah, it could definitely be something. I mean, Fada punching a PA is also like what? He has 85% evasion, so good luck hitting him.
Actually, that's true. Yeah, he's never gonna be able to get a hit on the PA. Maybe he gets lucky. And if he does, 35% extra on that Axe Burst. That's a lot of pure damage. Got Shiva's guard finished on Zai.
He's got the flicker. He never actually built into a Spirit Vessel either this game. Just the urn. Didn't feel like they needed to prevent the healing. Nisha gobbling up and counter pushing the mid lane from 3,000 distance. YapzOr waiting on the side to break a smoke here with the ward down. Puppey.
Oh,
He's the one to break it.
They've got him. Sentry's down. Puppey's out. Quick kill on the Lich, and that's going to be enough to allow them to push for more. But as you say, just the... Yeah, not really something that I thought about or we talked about, but as you said, just the way that you can deal with the waves from such a distance. That's
so busted.
Pretty insane.
I mean, there's so many things about Gobble Up that I can say how broken it is, so...
Oh, hang on. Fisher out. Oh, okay, they weren't trying to... But yeah, that's... I mean, Nisha's going to be able to keep the side lanes pretty much covered.
He showed!
Oh my goodness, he didn't stand a chance there. The IO is dead and gone. Oh, Matu, actually going to bash on Fada. Won't chase out, with BKB coming to an end.
They're giving respect because he can, you know, buy back and reload in and join. And Matu doesn't have BKB up, so they can just hold here. Mudgolems can't break this line.
Wait, but at the same time, Mudgolems, they don't want to have to use this buyback.
Nope. Now when Secret sees them start to retreat, now they're going to try to catch.
Zai's in, he's trying to close the gap. Able to get it down onto Skeeter. Skeeter's still backing away another Fisher, but Skeeter is able to get over it. Zai, he's actually now trapped down with him.
Too far.
Zai and Fada turn straight, they're turning on to Zai. He's going to miss the Timber Chain. He's not able to get back. The Chain Frost is doing a lot of damage. Actually, the final tree does get him up. Skeeter's able to follow. Jumps in with the stun. Buyback's going to come out. I mean, Zai, he's gone. He's gone. He does not have money for buyback, so he's dead for 2 minutes here. They might be able to get something done with this.
So far.
He's going to be able to turn and get the stun off. He's been fished. He's got the Aegis. So maybe just a little bit of a bait to buy time for Skeeter to come in from the side. Skeeter tries to go for Nisha, but Nisha's able to blink out and dodge it. They turn over towards Matu. Matu's got the BKB back up. He's just got to be careful though as these hits flying through from Boromir as he has to jump out to the side. Secret had to back away with those BKBs used. Skeeter.
He's actually going to jump straight in with the Lotus.
It's going to reflect him. Matu able to jump out to the side with the blink strike. Mudgolems, they hold themselves up on the high ground. Fortification coming out from Secret. It's going to now come to an end, and they've got still a full minute with Zai, as I say, just not having the money for buyback.
40 seconds on BKB for PA as well.
Trying to get in, but Skeeter, he's in onto Nisha. Quick Lotus play. Holds the turn them back. Matu committing onto Boromir. There's YapzOr! He's in against the three of them, but it's not enough damage! It's not enough damage! I think it was the first slam this game, but he just came too late, folks. It didn't do enough.
Matu has no buyback. He's dead for 90.
Wait, what? He hasn't got money either. You think out of all the teams in the world, it wouldn't be Secret that's running out of money, but they are. They don't have money for Matu to buy back. They don't have money for Zai to buy back. They can't get back in on this, and this is going to give a lot of time for Mudgolems to just go down the mid, take another set of racks.
He's got God Strength in 2 seconds as well. This push, it was without it.
They don't have the money for buyback. It's going to be Megas. May even be more. They're going to realize soon that this PA ain't coming back into action. As Mudgolems
threaten tier 4s.
They're going to look to close this one up here. Still pushing in. I think they're still kind of low where this PA ain't coming back, and he's not. And we'll try and pull in onto Skeeter. Skeeter's got BKB back. Oh, Puppey, goodbye and good night. He's out for 90. As they're just looking to end this.
The throne's dying.
Secret can't stop this. The damage is way too high. It's GG. It's game over. It's series over. Mudgolems.
Oh my God, they've done it.
2 games back to back. That's it. That's the series.